Alrighty, PG-13. This is G.I. Joe 1984 Cobra Rattler with pilot Wild Weasel. Now, Wild Weasel was a awesome looking pilot, and wow. I did have this as a kid, and I did buy a second one, and it was fantastic. I mean, yes, the landing gear is flimsy. It usually snaps off. Well, even the cockpit glass that breaks off. The cannon, that breaks off. So I guess it is kind of fragile in a sense. And well, we do love it, and we wish we had more. Oh yes, more. So now, will I pick up another one? Not at the prices they're charging now. So they're charging like, I don't know, way too much. So you're better off to probably look for a, well, one that you could fix up and get repo parts. But for the most part, just too hard to find. Unless you're Joe's and Beards. He seems to always get great deals and just super rare vehicles. Go check out that channel for sure. Dash Joe, my spirit animal. Another awesome channel. G.I. Joeberg. And yes, Form BX257 is back in action. So, anyways, and don't forget it's Chad's channel. And well, what's on Joe mind? There's a lot of great channels out there. Cobra Lang. Alrighty, just to mention a few. But this was one of my childhood favorites, and then, well, 1986 came along, and so did the Raven. So that became my ultimate favorite for the Cobra jets. However, there is one jet that still eluded me, and maybe this year I'll be able to pick it up, depending on how much it is. But there's one that I'm really gonna zoom in on. Hopefully, unless the blood clot kills me. I hope not. But nonetheless, there is this was an awesome vehicle. However, my biggest complaint with the Hasbro vehicles is that the cockpits were just not large enough. I mean, you go to cram somebody in the back here, and you know, they just never fit. Also, another part that's obviously broken off is these, you know, little hinges. But I mean, you can find other parts, and you know, surprisingly enough, this was remade so many times over that I don't know why the price is so high. I mean, the price should be lower since it was remade so many times, but oh well. I guess that's just what price people want to charge. 200. I don't know, maybe you can find one for 100 if you're lucky. 200 and up. But that's, some of them are new in the box, so you never know. People charge all different prices. It's the same for like a Sky Striker. You might find one for 100 that you have to fix up, and then you might find one for way more. Oh. So anyways, we're not going to go with eBay prices, but everybody's price is different. Some are low, some are high, and some will give you deals, some won't. But nonetheless, I loved the Cobra Rattler. It was a vertical takeoff vehicle, and I don't know why we didn't get any other type of Cobra Rattler, because even the comics have other different versions of the Cobra Rattler, and Super 7 did say they could make anything in the comics. You know, you could make another jet for Destro. Why don't you just go hop in there? Test pilot? Wild Weasel 2? I think I will. So we crammed the pilot in. And well, he's got one loose leg. Help! Is his head hitting? I don't know. But this jet is just awesome. I loved it. Loved it. That's why I did buy it twice. So yes. Get out of there, test pilot. You suck. Alright, we're putting in the original, since his legs are not so loose. My weapon. Just put that closer to your chest. Now it's like, alright, we gotta disarm you. Oh, technical difficulties. Just trying to get him in here. You can go in the back maybe. Let's just have to put you like this. Maybe because of the loose leg. Because of the loose leg, he's harder to get in. Oh, come on. Alright, so we're gonna try like this. Just get in there. Should have just got somebody else. Alright. Oh! Cobra Commander is calling. Alright, so we're having technical difficulty. This is the worst. Okay, just get in there. Sit forward. Anyways, so you could probably take a glass piece off of any other vehicle. That's, you know, they did remake this. Oh yes, why didn't they remake this in, Python Patrol colors, you know? Like, this would have been awesome. The engine covers are removable, but the Python Patrol covers, this would have been great. This almost looks like, somebody repoed the parts. Looks a little bit lighter of plastic than I remember. Some of these tabs also break off, so you have to be careful. It's just all fragile. Now there is a metal wire, because I remember when I was a kid I took one of these apart. That was because it's basically broken. And these, you know, like the landing gear always breaks. And I don't know, I don't know how well the wheels roll. Instant brakes. I guess it doesn't matter because it's a vertical takeoff vehicle. So it's fantastic. It does have a lot of missiles, and we have talked about this vehicle before in the past. I mean, there is a lot of cool vehicles that I do love. And they also had the Cobra 1990 Cobra Hurricane, and that was, well, I got that vehicle as well, but that's also a vertical takeoff. So Cobra was following a bit of a trend of vertical takeoff vehicles, but again, the Night Raven, well, that was not a vertical takeoff vehicle. And we have two sitting out up on the shelf there. And I don't count the that new one that was made, because I'm actually selling those. I already got rid of one for like $30. Some people are selling them for like over $100. They're just crappy because the landing gear doesn't even move. But anyways, so this does have quite a bit of missiles on here. Now I always used to use these as torpedoes, these ones, and these are obviously like, you know, surface to air missiles. I mean, it's got quite a few. Like, there's what, 5 on the wing, and then another 5. That's 10. Wow, so you got like 14 missiles. You got 14 missiles. I mean, now you always see in the cartoon, like, this is going up against the Tomcat, the Sky Striker. Ace took a dive. And they would always have some cool dog fights. I mean, I did end up getting this vehicle later on, the Sky Striker, when I was a kid, and I got it with a suitcase full of Joes. And it was a big suitcase because it had most of the 1983 vehicles and figures. And I love the fact that I got it from a garage sale. I mean, the Sky Striker that I did have, it had like, I think someone tried to cut one of the seats though. But I did get one. I loved it. I think the canopy glass always broke off of the one that I had. But I think I got another one later on. No, never mind. For sure, yeah, I think I did. But anyways, I have 2 down below deck there, 1983 version, and the original version, because they made them till 1985. So, anyways, I love the Sky Striker, and I know somebody said like Hasbro screwed up and they made a crappy design because it might snap. There's a little elastic behind the seat that might snap, but I just love this version. It looks so cool, and it's got this cool stand and everything. Like, oh, if I do have the money this year, I'm gonna look for a second one because people are still selling them, so I might get one. I just love those things. there's a lot of things that I really want, but obviously can't afford to get everything, so everything's in wait. Now, the figure count that I did have, I told you it's like 960. But guess what? I did find more figures, and I forgot to count the Delta 17 one there. But there's also another one. Never talked about the keychain ones. So there's like 7 there. And then there's 3 in there I was gonna sell, but I won't sell those. I was gonna sell some of those bats. But I sold one and the snake eyes. Just to another collector. But so my figure count actually went up to, I only need like 30 more figures to reach 1,000, 30 more O-ring figures. And then, oh yes, I also had another O-ring figure. Where was that guy? He's here somewhere in the room. The interrogator, that's it. I found the interrogator. He was hiding in the Terradrome, and I have 2 of these. So I probably forgot to count him. So, technically, but if you want to say O-ring figures, then you might not count the Deep 6 figures. But anyways, I think I really need around 30 more figures to get over 1,000. Now, oh man. Yes, I know I get sidetracked a lot in the video, but anyways, sorry. Now, yes, after the Sky Striker came its replacement was a Conquest, and I believe was that 1986 as well. So we had the Conquest, which was not as glorified. I mean, the Conquest would have been better if it was made the same size as the Sky Striker and a 2-seater. That would have been fantastic. Plus, if it would have had removable landing gear that slides, you know, like that has a mechanism in it to make the landing gear come out, that would have been great. I don't know why Hasbro cheaped out and just made a smaller jet altogether. I mean, it is a nice, it just needs to be just a little bit longer maybe and a little bit wider, not by much, but just to make it similar size to the Sky Striker, to keep it to, you know, in scale. I would love that. And I know they made the Conquest a lot of times. Oh, they remade it so many different times, so many different versions, and there's camouflage versions. I want camouflage. I love camouflage. But anyways, I do want to see this in, like, because we already have it in Tiger Force. As you can see, it's up on the shelf back there. So I would love to see this in Python Patrol, and I'd love to see Super 7 remake this, even if they made the canopy a little bit bigger. And they could just make this a touch larger. Like, how hard is it just to make this just a slight bit bigger, a little bit longer tail fin, you know, a little bit longer. Is it fuselage? I don't know. That's probably the engine. Anyways, we're almost out of time again, so don't forget to like, subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so please help me in my endeavor to get 1,000 subscribers. And we are a non-monetized channel here, so that's why sometimes I'll mention donations. But you know, everybody else gets their own donations by having a monetized channel and having subscribers. But we're never going to go that route, because I just enjoy making videos for you guys, no matter what. And I can actually do that because I'm out of breath already. But I recommend, if you can find one of these for cheap, fix up the 1984 Cobra Rattler. But again, don't forget to check yojoe.com and 3D Joes for more insightful information on these awesome jets. And like I said, even the Ghost Striker is a beautiful jet to get. And like, we could fit so much stuff in this. I love this. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and get a freaking Sky Striker!